Vaibhav, so after we spoke last time, India had produced one of the fantastic performances again. So did you enjoy the test match?
I really did. Thanks for inviting me, Shiva, again. Yeah, it was a short but a very good result for us, I would say, in terms of beating one of the top test sides. Yeah, people will cry about the pitches, but we don't care. As long as we win, as long as we retain the position in the final in the test championship, it's all okay. Yeah, so we are
Yeah,
very happy about the win. How do you feel?
excellent win. Because first test win in any overseas conditions in any test series is very important. That builds psychological advantage over
Mm,
the other team. It's very hard
exactly.
to come back from a loss. Okay, so I think it's a very big win for India. So let's break down this first test match. So let's start with our we ended our last podcast with our team selection, right?
Yes.
So I think most of our team was there. The surprise for me was missing Subman Gill.
Mm,
So, and I think KL Rahul got his chance, but nothing much happened there. But I really would have liked Shubman Gill to be there.
mm. Yeah, because we have won, people will not look too much into it, but
Mm,
it's usually our kind of culture in the company to give in the team, to give chances. I think KL Rahul is definitely one of the most talented batsmen. Yeah, but I see Shubman Gill knocking on the door very heavily now. It's
very good.
pressure
Yeah.
time for KL Rahul, and
Mm,
for the next matches, I think he'll be under pressure, and that is the test that he would have to perform under pressure. If he has to keep in the side, and just the vice captaincy tag will not be
yeah.
good.
And then after that, KS Bharat made his debut,
Mm,
like I predicted, and
yes,
Shami and Siraj, they both started instead of Umesh Yadav. So we were almost there, almost close.
yes.
So that's a good test line for India anyway. So and quick note, quick word on Australian team. And
Yeah.
were you surprised with their team selection as a overall? Like
Uh, I would say,
they went with seven specialist batsmen
mm,
and two quickers, and one of them is Cummins, who is an all-rounder, and then
yes,
two spin bowlers. Both of them are off-spin bowlers. Considering Indian lineup has
yes,
nine right-hand batsmen, so
yes, I would
I
say that
was
is
little surprised with the team selection. I would have liked one leg spinner,
true.
maybe instead of Scott Boland. So
Mm,
that I was surprised with that team selection.
mm,
But overall, India picked a very good team, and Ravindra Jadeja made the difference in the end. So now let's go day by day. And
yes.
day one, so Australia batted first, and then let's talk through us.
Yeah, I think the day one, the session one was kind of like more like not 90-10 in favor of India, but it was more like 60-40 where they were defended. And at
Mm,
least we thought that they would play out the first
mm,
session. Yeah, and the main batters will then bat throughout the day.
mm,
So I would say they played the quickers well, and they started off well with the spin. But as the wicket deteriorates and the sun started to came up, I think that's when the areas started. I think the
mm.
credit to Ravindra Jadeja, he's so consistent. He kept his line and length always. He doesn't give many loose balls for batsmen to go away with quick runs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the credit. And the same goes with Ashwin. Even though he will come with spell, he will put that pressure. When he's not taking wickets, it's putting so much pressure on the other end.
Mm.
Yeah, and even I would say I would give credit to even someone like Yes Bharat, for example, that kind of stumping,
Good stumping.
get
Yeah.
kinds of that kind of stumping kind of brings the team together, especially when a
Mm.
new debutant is doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it not only gives him confidence, it just kind of circulates their energy around the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would say day one was completely dominated by
Yeah.
India.
Mm.
Some quick wickets, no big partnership, no easy flow of runs, no extras, totally disciplined fielding and bowling performance.
Very good summary. So I would say I would echo the same. So actually, I would say Siraj started his spell
Yes.
with a wicket. So
Mm,
second over wicket was a big plus for India. So that gave us the momentum, and Warner missed some incoming delivery again, and the wicket rattled. That feels so good.
yes.
And
Yes.
and after that, then I felt after watching those two, I slept because that time my son woke me up around 4 a.m. Then I slept again. So then I slept again, and I saw Marnus and Steve Smith. They
Mm,
they are very good players, and they were building partnership. I thought it's going to be another test match. They both score century, but
mm.
here comes the man, Ravindra
Magic,
Jadeja.
magic. Yes, I think.
Excellent. I think he
Yeah,
changed the game in the first
he did.
day. Day one,
He,
he is ultimate on day one.
Yes, I would say he's the most, I would say, underrated cricketer of our
Yeah.
generation.
Yes.
He's been now performing for 13 years, 14 years. He just recently posted on Twitter. But
Mm.
we don't realize that. We don't realize that 14 years of contribution. Sanjay Manjrekar once called him like a bits and pieces cricketer. He's definitely not. He's actually a perfect all-rounder you can have
Yeah.
in your test side. Yeah, he can
Mm.
perform. He showed with the bat, the character he has. I think he's just one of the gems of Indian cricket
Yeah.
who will be regarded as high as, for example, any of the all-rounder greats we have produced.
Yep. I would say like from last 4 or 5 years, his batting form has improved leaps and
Yeah.
bounces. I
Yes.
think that is a big advantage for India to become the number one test side. And these type of all-rounders are the game changers. So yeah, day one, 3 sessions to India as we discussed.
Okay.
And India finished day one by losing just a wicket.
One
And
wicket. Yes.
Rohit batted fantastic on day one. And they were saying there was demons on the pitch, and the pitch is a rank turner, but
Mm.
it didn't bother Rohit on day one.
Doing
And
yeah.
what do you think of day two then?
Yeah, I would say Rohit anchored the ship. Yeah, he showed that the experience in these key matches matters a lot. Yeah, he took his chances whenever there's a short ball. He was pulling, hooking. That means he was backing his strengths.
Mm,
That is what he was good at. And then he was also patient against the spin. He was not going after every ball, but if you look closely, he was batting with the spin. Yeah,
mm,
so that's also the advantage. You talked about the selection. It's much easier to play the off spin. Yeah,
mm.
even if it's against the rough compared to leg spin, which is much harder. Yeah, or
Yep.
someone like a left arm spinner that would have added a lot more variation
Mm,
for them.
mm.
Yeah, I remember Michael Clark turning a lot in his
Yes.
days, or
Mm,
someone like Darren Lehman, for example.
mm.
They could have been deadly on this wicket. Yeah,
Yes.
but sadly they did went with two spinners, but they were kind of very similar in their
Yep.
approach.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think that is where Rohit capitalized. Yeah, and I think that he anchored the ship and made sure that 400 was a good enough total to have the decently amount of lead.
Mm.
Others batted around him. I was kind of very happy with how Patel supported him also. Not
Yeah.
supported, but in the way how Sir Patel and even Mohammad Shami hitting sixes in the end.
Mm.
That is these are the confidence and the late runs which we need. So I would say overall a good batting performance. Yeah, some unlucky stuff from
Mm.
Kohli getting behind down the wicket, and then I would say Surya Kumar actually got out of a good ball, so we cannot say that some of them actually went well. Yeah, but I would say yeah, there's a pressure on KL Rahul, but wouldn't worry so much if he sees the team gelling around well. I think it's a matter of time before he performs.
Yeah, good one. And I felt like Australian spinners. I know both of Australian spinners were off spinners, and they were bowling around the wicket. All of the
Mm.
balls around
Oh,
the wicket. And Todd Murphy, he bowled well. And to be honest, like Pujara and Kohli thrown away their wickets. Like it was not a great deliveries.
mm,
Bowling like missing
definitely.
leg stump by a mile, and both
Mm,
got out to some poor deliveries. But good debut for him, Pfeiffer, and then. Now we need to talk about this man, Jadeja again, another
Patel,
50 on day one, and Akshar Patel.
Patel.
So I
Yeah,
think their partnership actually
yes.
like again they took two off spinners, and they should be good enough with the left-handed, but both of our left-handers scored 50s against them.
Yes, they actually batted again. Well, it's the off
Very,
spin. Yeah, it
yes,
was turning away from them, and I think
yes.
I remember one of the shots where Axel Patel came down the wicket and hit
Mm.
it straight back towards the ball. It would have made even David Warner proud. Yeah, it's such a perfect as if he's a top order batsman. I think that's the
Mm.
confidence which is kind of reflecting. He's also looking up to Jadeja. He wants to become the next Jadeja. I would
Yeah.
say yeah. He has that approach. He can bat, but definitely he has to prove a lot. But I think
Mm.
it's a good start. Good
Yeah.
start that he has made. And batting like this would cement his position even more, Akshay Patel.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Fantastic.
Jadeja, again, there is no words for him. He has
Exactly.
been
And India, so were in a strong position after day two, and they ended. Now we go to day three, and
it was very short.
wow, what a day it is. So I woke up in the morning and I see India scored 400. I said,
Mm,
great score. And
mm,
then then I was watching score after a few seconds, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, what's happening? So
mm.
it was a very quick innings from for Australia. So
Yeah.
what do you make of Australian second innings?
Deeply. No, I think it just played in their mind. The lead was big, pitch was turning, and the
Mm,
spinners were on very early.
yeah.
Yeah, they never really had time. Yeah, so Ashwin was dominating even from his first spell. Yeah, for a few overs with the new ball, he was turning already,
Mm,
and I think it's just that mindset which never really got them going. Yeah,
mm,
even though Steve Smith stayed, yeah,
yeah.
till the end, it
Mm,
was a matter of time where others around him were just falling like pack of cards.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a very similar dismissals. If you look at it, every ball was turning, staying low, keeping and most of them getting out LBW. Nobody really coming forward, waiting for the ball to do something, and the ball was obviously doing and staying low. And then, yeah, most of them were trapped before the wicket. I
Yeah.
think it's just new players coming for the first time in India
Mm.
most of them, and that is where it's playing. They need to learn from someone like Hayden, who
Mm.
used to an excellent sweeper. Nobody I saw really sweeping the ball much.
Mhm.
That is what they need. They need someone like Ricky Ponting, who used his feet a lot. Yeah, who
Mm.
used to come down the track and cover the spin, cover the
Turn.
dust ball which is there in
Mm.
the wicket before it starts turning.
Yeah.
So I think that's the mindset they need. That's the approach which they need,
Mm.
especially the
Mm.
young batters. But I would really expect more from someone like David Warner or Steve Smith to really build long partnerships if they have to really trouble this spin side.
Yeah.
In this
Maybe in the
spin.
next game, who knows? So I think day three, hero of day three is Ravichandran Ashwin.
Ravichandran Ashwin.
It's like
Yes.
I would feel like Indian pitches and left-hand batsman. This if that's the combination, and the third missing there is third one that third puzzle that's missing there is Ravichandran Ashwin.
Mm,
Indian pitches,
true.
left-hand batsman, Ravichandran Ashwin.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
all gel together.
He will trouble them. Yeah, he will
Yeah.
turn them both ways. He will
So
put a
all of
striker
his
one.
5 wickets are LBWs. It's just coming inside, like they were expecting turns, and Virat missed some good catches. Like otherwise he could have had more. But great test victory for India. I was reading the stats, and it's like the third biggest victory for India against Australia. So
Wow. Okay.
that's a massive
That
factor.
is
It's
really
a
amazing.
great
Most.
win. And now let's go to our final segments of this episode, which is player ratings. So
Yes, let's do that.
let's do this. Now let's start with the captain, the man himself, Rohit Sharma,
Yeah,
out of
definitely.
10.
I would give him 9 out of 10. The way he performed, I think maybe if he wanted, he could have scored a bigger 100 or stayed till the end. That is probably I would give him 9. But what an innings! What an innings under pressure. I would say the wicket is turning. There are not a big partnership going around him. There were wickets falling, but he showed why he's kind of a captain, a leader. Yeah, he kind of dominated the bowlers like Pat Cummins. He made sure that he's not getting out of short ball. He's defending spinners well. I think for me, he's kind of, if not the bowlers, for the batsman, man of the match, he would be the one.
Yeah, I would give him 10 out of 10. I feel like he didn't put a foot wrong in this test match as a
Mm,
captain, as a player, considering it's a game-changing innings. He could not have had any better innings than this. I said
true.
this again. We expect a lot from our players, but this is
Yes,
10 out of 10 performance from Rohit. KL Rahul,
sure. Yeah. Again, I think he missed out. He missed out on a chance. I think this was an opportunity for him to show that he's still obviously good at a test level and he can perform against the best side. I would say, yeah, he missed out. So I would give him 6 out of 10.
same, yeah, nothing much. At least he didn't lose his wicket in early stages.
Early
So
stages.
scored 20. So I said 6 out of 10. I agree with that.
Mm.
And Cheteshwara Pujara.
Yeah, Jara, I would say he got out of the very very loose delivery, but at the same time, we know how Robin is. Plus, he feels at a very important position. Yeah, and that is where I would say I would give him 6 again, simply because he couldn't score runs. That is fine,
Mm,
but at the same time, I think he is very close to the batsman. Always, he's
mm.
always also backing the bowlers. I think that also kind of builds up. Yeah, and when it's the case, he also takes some amazing catches in silly point. Yeah, so I would give him 6 again.
Yeah, good score. Same, nothing much to discuss about Pujara. Very
Mm,
small innings, but one
yeah.
good shot down, good shot, back foot punch for a spinner. That's a good shot. I thought
Mm.
he'll get going, but he didn't. But I think he'll come good in the next matches. So 6 out of 10 for Pujara. Next, Virat Kohli.
Yeah, Virat Kohli, yeah, not a test match for him to remember personally, Maestro. I think, yeah, he was unlucky to also get out of the innocuous delivery again. But I think some drop catches would have been costly if it was really that kind of a match where Aussies are also competing hard against us. But I think it didn't cost us too much. But personally, it would play in his mind that in slip fielding, it is very important to hold on to these catches, especially in the important matches. Yeah, so I would give him 5,
Yeah,
say, personally, for his performance.
same. Though he took some good catches, he missed some simple
Mm,
ones. For us, it's maybe not simple, but for his
yeah,
standard, it's
yeah,
simple.
it's
And
really.
some good shots down the ground, some fantastic cover drives. But again, for his Virat Kohli standards, 5 out of 10. Next one, debutant Surya Kumar Yadav.
Yeah, I would say um, Again, 5 out of 10 simply because he actually got a good delivery. But I would say at the same time, it would give him a taste of how Test cricket is. Yeah, it's not you know it right from the beginning. Yeah, you play your shots, but at the same time, you have to look out for the swing from the pacers, spin like this from the spinners. Yeah, so you have to watch out and see that this is a different format and respect it. Yeah, and it take some time in the beginning, especially when there is Rohit batting in the next in the other end. You just got to learn, be patient. Maybe I think it would give him, yeah, it would give him confidence. So
Yeah.
I would say 5 simply because he couldn't get a score, but it's just a matter of time. He's a very
Yeah.
talented player and he will get
Yeah.
through the mix.
I think when he came on, he played one good sweep
Yeah,
shot.
good
I
shot.
felt like
Yes.
he's playing his T20 innings. I think he'll do very good. But then he
Mm,
played some like
mm,
missed the ball completely and good ball. So I would say
mm.
5 out of 10 for Surya as well. I
Yeah.
think as he if he starts playing more Test cricket, he'll come good for sure. Now KS Bharat.
Yes, Bharat, I think a very good debut. Wicket keeping wise, it's not easy to keep against those spinners who are quick, who is turning, and I think he kept really well. Yeah, even though he missed out with the bat, I would say I would still give him 7 out of 10 simply because of the stumping. That was MS Dhoni like stumping. It was really quick. That shows he has good reflexes. He can keep up against the tough spinning conditions. He can still keep, and yeah, I would say he is a very good potential for a long-term position as a wicket-keeper batsman in the Indian cricket team. So, yeah, if he has to kind of consistently perform, he would give a tough fight to anyone else, whether it is Ishan Kishan or anything. Yeah. So I would really give him 7 out of 10.
Yeah, agree with that. That stumping is a very, very important one, especially considering it's Marnus Labuschagne, who's a number one
Yes,
Test batsman. He was on 49 and fantastic stumping. I think that is the key factor, a game-changing stumping on Australia's first innings. Otherwise, they could have
absolutely.
scored big. So considering that 7 out of 10, he came and played some good shots, but missed again stride delivery. So yeah, I think he has a very big part to play in this Test series, considering he is keeping wickets for the rest of the series. So seven
For
out
sure.
of ten for KS Bharat. Jadeja.
10 on 10, no questions asked. His all-round performance kept Aussies on his toes, brought crucial wickets. When he came on to bat, he put the pressure on the other team. He played his shot, but he was also defensive. He gave support to also Akshay Patel, who was also batting nicely. So that partnership actually got us the lead, especially when kind of Rohit got out. We were really kind of struggling a bit to see how long can the tail really go. But that is where I think these two kind of really put together. And with the ball, everybody knows how
Yeah,
good he is. So no questions, 10 on 10 for Ravin
fantastic.
Jadeja.
I couldn't agree more. 10 out of 10 for Jadeja. But only thing I was reading is he applied some painkiller on his finger without umpire's consideration, and he was fined 25% from his match fees and some penalty points. But
Ah,
that doesn't matter. So that is the only thing he put. That was the only thing he did wrong in this game. So that's not something big anyway. So 10 out of 10 for Jadeja.
sure.
Ravichandran Ashwin.
Yeah, again, I would say, yeah, 9 out of 10. Uh, it's simply because I think um the way he about putting the pressure on the left-handers in the second innings, I think that kind of showed that Aussies can not really even live up to the lead. Yeah, they cannot even really start. That's the pressure he can put. Also with the new ball, he doesn't need the ball to be old. Yeah, and he can put the pressure even for the top order batsman right from the beginning. Yeah,
Mm,
it's not easy to get away for sure. 9 out of 10. Maybe yeah, he could have got more wickets even in the first innings, or could have got more with the bat. He came in as a night watchman, and I thought he was doing really well with the bat. Yeah, he also I think hit a very nice sweep shot for a six. He
yes.
started off bad, but I think he could have used that opportunity a bit more. Yeah, when he
Mm,
came in as a number three, he was going fresh into the day two. Yeah, batting against Rohit Sharma. I think that is the chance he had to prove that he is definitely he has proved multiple times with his bat. But I think this was the chance he would regret missing. Yeah,
mm,
against this so that he could have gone on scored a 50, 60 at least.
yeah.
Yeah, so that is where I probably got 1 point, but again that would be very harsh.
Mm.
Probably 9.5.
So I would go 10 out of 10 for Ashwin as
Mm.
well, because he was fantastic in the second innings, and he was good in the first innings as well and played very good innings in the match. So 10 out of 10 for Ashwin. Our spinners get good ratings today. And the next one,
Yes.
Akshar Patel.
Akshay Patel. Yeah, again, I would say with him, this test match will be remembered for not just his bowling. I would say this partnership. Yeah, the way he
Mm,
was dominating the bowling and build it that crucial lead. I think there is in test match a lot of difference between a 100-run lead and a 200-run lead. Yeah, it just creates a massive psychological boost. So he will remember this test match for his batting. But I would give him 8.5 or 9 out of 10. I would say
yeah.
simply because of the fact that his bowling is kind of a second nature to Ravindra Jadeja. They cannot, if they can find a way against Ravindra Jadeja, there is Akshar Patel coming for you.
Yeah.
So it's not easy for Australia. With these wickets, the right-handers, ball turning, in these flat turners, Akshar Patel is as deadly as Ravindra Jadeja, I would say. Yeah, even though they will not always have the equal share of wickets, but I would say there would be some matches where Akshar Patel will really kind of come heavy and even get more wickets than Jadeja.
Yeah, I think 9 out of 10 is a good rating for Akshar for this test match, considering he's playing second fiddle to Ravindra Jadeja, and they have two stalwarts ahead of him in the bowling lineup. So I think
Yes.
9 out of 10 is a very, very good performance from Akshar Patel. Mohammad Shami.
Mohammad Shami, yeah. To be honest, he obviously because the spinners were dominating, he did not get that much spell. But I think from the as much he bowled, I think he was very nice. I think he reverse swinged a lot in the second inning, especially.
Yeah.
We saw that magic coming up. Yeah, especially with tailenders sweeping up. I think he's excellent with when the ball gets old. Yeah, you have to really ball the spinners out first, and as soon as the ball gets old, the tailenders come. There is Mohammad Shami waiting for you. So I think that's a complete team performance again. But coming back to Shami, I think he's excellent with the old ball. Yeah, the way he reverse swing again, yeah, I think I would say again 7 out of 10. I mean, he could have probably got more, but I would say again with these spinners against these conditions, he would not get
makes
much ball.
sense.
But from what he got his chances, I think he made full use of it. He was excellent.
Yep, I think his first spell to take a Warner wicket and making that wicket rattle, that will be playing in every Indian fast bowler's mind. So I think very, very good. And he ended the test match with the bowled as well, and that is a fantastic reverse swing ball. I think whatever the role that was given to him, even in the batting as well, some good shots to finish the inning. So I would say he played his part perfectly. So I could not have asked more for him. I would give him 9 out of 10. I'm so generous because I'm just looking at the role they played in this test match. So 9 out of 10 for
very important role for him.
yeah. And
Mohammad
last one,
Siraj.
Mohammad Siraj.
Yes, yeah, again, I would say a very good test match for him. I would give him 9 out of 10 again, simply because of the pressure he put. Some crucial wickets in the beginning. Yeah, I think it was Usman Khwaja in the first inning. Yes, what a ball that was again. Yeah, and again, I think the pressure he puts it is also not easy to get away. In these low turning wickets, you have to put really a lot of pressure, a lot of shoulders goes into each delivery. But I think he never missed his line in length. He didn't bowl any loose short delivery down the next side again. I think was very consistent with the pace. And given this pace battery, if we were to perform in any of the friendlier conditions in Australia and England, I think he would do excellent. Yeah, even though I was favoring Umesh Yadav in the beginning because of his experience, but I think he is very fast coming up to the ranks. He's improved leaps and bounds.
So what is the rating you are giving?
Yeah, I would say 8 out of 10 for sure.
Yeah, same. Agree with you. 8 out of 10 for Siraj. Overall, our bowling department got very, very good scores, and most of our batsmen got average scores. That tells like and our all-rounders got a fantastic scores. Like that tells the story of this test match. It was mostly favorable to the spinners. So and that's a very, very good test match, and we are looking forward to the second one. So we'll do kind of a session before start of the test match as a build up to it,
Let's do a
and
preview and a build up.
preview.
For sure.
Really, really nice talking to you. Another good episode, Vaibhav. Hope to do the another episode very, very soon. See you.
Thanks, Shiva. Thanks for inviting me. Let's do it. Let's do the preview and the build up, and let's hope for a 3-0 victory.
Yes. Cheers, man.
Good, man. Cheers. Bye.